A new way to improve your health has arrived. Your body's primary nutrient for detoxification and antioxidant power is glutathione. Glutathione mops up heavy metals and toxins of all kinds and carries them to the liver for elimination. Glutathione neutralizes free radicals, which keeps your cells younger and stops inflammation. Glutathione gives you a strong immune system and gives you greater athletic endurance. The problem is your body's natural production declines due to age and toxins. What's your body's best way to produce strong and youthful levels of glutathione? It's One World Whey protein powder. One World Whey protein powder is an industry first. It comes from grass-fed cows and is never heated. This miraculous whey protein powder supplies your body with the nutrient power to increase your glutathione production by as much as 64% or more. The increase in strength, energy, and well-being can be pronounced and amazing. Call 888-988-3325. That's 888-988-3325. Or visit oneworldwhey.com.
I see another side, maybe just another light that shines. And I look over now through the door, and I still belong to no one.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Everybody should make YouTube videos of calling Disney World, Disneyland, calling other theme parks, Six Flags, hotels, and saying, I was coming. Listen, I would have definitely taken my wife and children to Florida like I went when I was a child to rent a little sailboat and take them out in the bays, to go fishing, to go snorkeling. Won't do it. And look, I told my wife, I said, honey, if you want to do it, we'll do it. She's like, no, I don't want them touching the kids. This goes back years ago. And now there's no way. And the globalists want that. But that's the people at the top. Lower down, people in industry and business and who are involved in tourism, they do not want it. And that's how we're going to beat this. But if the globalists are ever able to shut the economy down, then they won't have all these middle-class groups lobbying for freedom. So how do you like tyranny, ladies and gentlemen? Ralph in Arizona, then Ricky, Fiat Dollars, Nate, Caesar, and others. Ralph, you're on the air.
How you doing, Alex?
I'm doing great. We're having a big effect.
I know you are. I know you are.
You are, Ralph.
I know. Hey, Alex.
Yes.
I don't know how to convey this. I'm a little nervous, but I got my amateur radio license about 15 years ago. I was there at Ruby Ridge, Waco. We had communications all the way back to Rhode Island. We knew what they were doing then. I don't know how to convey it to you, but now they dropped the Morse code requirements to get your license. And you could have, and your listeners could have, with a little bit of testing, an amateur radio license. You could have a radio in your car. When you go home at night, say, at the end of the show, say, hey, I'll meet you on 14278. And you'll have 20,000 people around the world.
And let me say this. In the last decade, the government hasn't moved away from shortwave. They've moved more to the ham radio systems as their emergency backup. And if they ever shut the web down or pull some crisis, it's going to be the shortwave radios, both amateur and then I'm also in 100,000-watt WWCR, that are still going to be getting the info out. That's what they'll try to shut down last because they're on it. Great points, Ralph. Anything else?
Yeah, it's so easy to get your license now. The equipment is relatively cheap. It's small. It fits in your car with no problem. You get a tower in your backyard. You can run legally 1.5 kilowatts. And I don't know how to put this, how important it is for the Patriot movement to get their licenses and start meeting.
No. Get their license and start meeting, but also just start listening to shortwave. And we sell great shortwave radios at Infowars.com at the best price I've seen. Thank you so much, Ralph. Ricky in Missouri, you're on the air.
Hey, Alex, I'm fired up.
Welcome.
I wanted to tell you I had an experience. Actually, first of all, I want to tell you I was in the Navy, been a veteran for 6 years, and I've been for the Navy for 6 years, and we were doing exercises off the coast of California and the Catalina Islands. So it's no surprise to me that the Navy has some kind of hand in all this fire missile tests. We were actually doing like exercises about firing missiles off the coast of the Catalina Islands. And we had, I don't remember if we had submarines with us or not, but it's just kind of a coincidence that this story blew up so big, and I noticed the distinct coincidence to that. I also wanted to talk about the TSA incidences and the horror stories. Right after I got out of the Navy, which was in July of 2006, another coincidence had happened. I went to the wrong gate, and the TSA had introduced me to a body scanner, and I had no idea.
Yeah, they first put them in 2002, but only at 6 airports.
My horror story. So they put me in through the body scanner, first of all. They wanted me down, and then they put me through the body scanner, and they say, okay, well, now we're going to pick you out and choose you to subject you for a body scan or for a backroom check. And so here I am, a veteran in my uniform, white, a second-class petty officer who has had the greatest experience in the world.
What they do, take your pants down?
Hell yeah. Excuse my language. I'm sorry. Heck yeah, Alex. They're now talking about
Al-Qaeda having bombs inside their body, the two different openings on a woman and the one on a man. And so they're getting ready for the, hey, get your 5-year-old daughter in here. We got a pervert wants to have their way with them. Finish your story briefly on the other side, then Wayne Madsen. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Stay there.
We're on the march. The Empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
This is Alex Jones with 5 good reasons you should consider buying a solar power generator. Number 1, new climate legislation could easily double or triple your electric bill. Number 2, our new energy czar wants to control how much power your electric company allows you to have. It's true. Total government control of electricity in the name of smart grid technology is coming. Number 3, in some areas of the country, the power grid is dangerously overloaded. And now new socialist legislation is only compounding the problem. Number 4, dangerous weather is always a threat to local grids. Every year, thousands of families lose their power from weather-related outages. Number 5, a solar power generator provides powerful backup insurance and peace of mind. Folks, I really believe in the solar power generators offered by Solutions from Science, one of my oldest sponsors. You can get more information at www.mysolarbackup.com. That's mysolarbackup.com. Remember, the government doesn't own the sun, so go to mysolarbackup.com or call 1-877-327-0365.
Alex told you the government announced recently that the recession is over. It ended on June of 2009. The millions of Americans unable to find work might not agree. Perhaps the recession ended for the bankers and government employees, but for the rest of us, things seem to be getting worse. Gold and silver haven't heard the news either. They've begun their long-expected journey to the moon. In addition to converting your shrinking dollars into gold and silver, you should consider a food savings account from eFoods Direct. They both make fabulous investments. Food is our greatest dependency, and we know it will be more precious than any financial resource. You and your family need food to survive a crisis, and you can't eat paper, stocks, or metals. Alex has been urging you to invest in delicious, easy-fix meals to enjoy now or save for long-term. This will freeze the cost of your food while you can still afford it. Visit eFoodsDirect.com on the internet or call 800-409-5633. That's eFoodsDirect.com or 800-409-5633.
You may be arrested and or subject to other police action.
Tyranny is here. The grim future foretold in 1984 has become reality.
It really says that the state is God.
The United States is now recognized globally as one of the most oppressive police states on earth. This film conclusively proves the existence of a secret network of FEMA camps, now being expanded nationwide. This documentary exposes how the continuity of government program has established an all-powerful shadow state. Police State 4 chronicles the sickening depths to which our republic has fallen. Prepare to enter the secretive world of emergency dictatorship. Body scanners, sound cannons, citizen spies, stage terror, and cameras on every street corner. It's only the beginning of the New World Order's hellish plan. The police state isn't coming. It's here. Secure your copy today at Infowars.com or see it online in the highest quality at PrisonPlanet.tv.
You are obsolete, Mr. Wordsworth.
A lie. No man is obsolete.
You have no function, Mr. Wordsworth. You're an anachronism, like a ghost from another time.
I am nothing more than a reminder to you that you cannot destroy truth by burning pages.
You're a bug, Mr. Wordsworth, a crawling insect, an ugly, misformed little creature who has no purpose here, no meaning.
I am a human being.
Words, Mr. Wordsworth, that have no substance and no dimension, like air, like the wind.
I don't care. I tell you, I don't care. I'm a human being. I exist. And if I speak one thought aloud, that thought lives, even after I'm shoveled into my grave.
Delusions, Mr. Wordsworth. Delusions that you inject into your veins to make you think you have a strength when you have no strength at all. You have nothing but spindly limbs and a dream, and the state has no use for your kind.
Resistance to tyrants is obedience to God. It's Alex Jones.
We are back live, ladies and gentlemen. And I've got all these different news articles, like the one in the Daily Mail. The uninvited guest, Chinese sub pops up in middle of U.S. Navy exercise, leaving military chiefs red-faced. Remember that, November 2007? And we know that the Chinese military has been saber-rattling against the United States because the United States is run by the offshore bankers who sold all the fake derivatives and the fake mortgage stocks to them. I'm not saying the communist Chinese are good. The point is that they own over $1 trillion of T-bills. Their ministers have delisted the U.S. Bond rating. They've lowered it twice in the last year, once this week. All of this is happening. But I do respect Wayne Madsen, who, of course, worked in the Navy, worked for RCA, the National Security Agency, Naval Data Automation Command. Of course, he's written for some of the biggest national publications out there. And just so much of what he's covered here just turns out, in hindsight, later to come out. I mean, he comes on first and says it's an Israeli company spying on citizens in Pennsylvania, and the director's going to have to step down. And then it came out 3 days later, mainstream news, that was true. I mean, it's so many things. People are like, oh, Madsen's making that up. No, I don't think he is. And I know that when I watch C-SPAN and see national security hearings, or when I watch the press club on C-SPAN, I always see Madsen in the crowd, always there, you know, with all these sources, his ear to the ground. Now, we've had a lot of people ask us in the last 4 days what happened with this missile, or last 3 days, and I've said I don't know. I know that on record, there have been a lot of former Pentagon brass, including members of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, retired. NASA people have come out and said, yeah, that's some type of sea-launched, either submarine or ship-launched, serious missile, perhaps even intercontinental ballistic, or at least medium range. And Wayne Madsen, of course, has the report. China fired missiles seen in Southern California. I'm going to get back to Ricky and others to tell their TSA stories coming up, but I want to go to Wayne Madsen right now dealing with this. We appreciate him coming on short notice of the WayneMadsenReport.com. So, Wayne, what's your intel